how can you best be ready to take on an implementation? So what does that mean? That's really just going to be, what are the steps you can take well in advance to ensure you're ready and that you can get this done as timely as possible with, as little, bandwidth that you may have, anything like that. What are the core things that the steps you want to take to ensure success? And the first one, it really goes without saying, but it just always comes back to me as one of those things that everyone, knows that they should be doing, but it's not always on the top of their mind when it should be. And that's setting a go live date. Now, this could be, February 1st, 2023. I need to have it ready and live in production on that day. That could be summer of next year or Q2 or something like that. But this really is going to be important because this helps you set something where you can start making goals and you can work backwards from that point, whether it is a hard date or whether it is just something more ambiguous. Having an idea of when you need the system to be in production is going to be extremely important in working backwards to ensure that you're hitting all those steps. And then you can really build out the implementation plan once you understand what that is. You understand how much time you have for each section, and it's just extremely vital. So had to be on the top of my list. Next up is how is the software going to be installed? What's your infrastructure going to look like, and how can you get that prepared? So this is going to be really, are you moving forward with a cloud-based or a web-based solution, similar to like ProCal Direct or our new application PCX? Are you looking for more of a locally installed application on your server, or whether it be physical or a virtual server, and you need something more like the ProCal V5 on-premise solution? Not only do you want to know this well in advance, these are some of the things where you don't want to decide you're going with an on-prem solution. We send you the software, you're ready to start the implementation, and you realize, oh, I don't have a server to put this on. Just one of those things that, it again goes without saying, but you'd be surprised the amount of people that don't take this into consideration until we bring it up to them. Afterwards, it's, again, pretty simple, but very helpful to have this figured out early on. It's defining and delineating the users' roles and responsibilities within the system. So this is everything from who are going to be the approvers, who are going to be the administrators, who might need, read-only access. Understanding what first of all, those different roles or groups or permission levels are going to be is helpful. And then you can kind of fit the technicians or management into those roles once they've been constructed. And then we can set up the system with specific workflows to meet the needs of the roles you have selected there. Afterwards, how involved are you going to want the vendor to be? This is really up to the customer. This is up to you. You're going to know this better than anybody else, but how much bandwidth do you have? How much experience do you have with computerized systems? What's your availability or your confidence in getting this done? We have some customers, who will go in, they'll purchase the system, say thanks, and have, just a completely successful implementation because they put the time and the attention to detail into getting it set up right without even having to get in touch with us. Then we also have customers sometimes where they don't have the bandwidth. This is important. They need it maybe to meet a regulatory need, but they don't have the time or expertise to get the system installed and up and running by that go live date. And that's when they'll lean a little bit more into leveraging the vendor's assistance. What the vendor, whether it's us and our application, some other calibration management solution, or really any software solution, the vendor is going to have the documentation, the expertise, and the know-how to get you from, kickoff to go live as quickly as possible. So whether it's just basic consultation or, actual services or a full implementation package, that's just one of those things you want to be prepared to answer so that you can plan around that. Last thing, I just wanted to tag this on at the end because it's something a little more personal that I've been running into recently is our integration is going to be required. Again, it's a good question to understand this up front because this is going to help you determine what the workflow is going to look like. I've worked with several customers where they'll go in, they don't really realize that they're going to need to have some sort of integration, maybe with an ERP or a LIMS system or another reporting tool. And we start building workflows only to find out, oh, wait, we have another tool this needs to be integrated with. And we have to kind of take it back and rework on those workflows to meet those needs. So it's just something great to understand because it's going to make sure that you're prepared and you're adaptable moving forward.